Let's watch some of this Keyshawn shit.
They just released the news. Wonderful news. Groundbreaking news. Christmas Day news. They just released the news.
This is crazy.
I told y'all I was gonna be back and better, right? I told y'all that, right? I told y'all that, right? Didn't I tell y'all that? Like a motherfucking diesel Oopa Loopa. Like a motherfucking diesel Oopa Loopa. Don't fuck with him. He's back. On the backhand side of the aisle. Oh. He's back. He's back. He's back. Back and better. On the turkey card. Hello. We went from ESPN.
This guy's breaking a sweat.
We went from
Crashing out in his
ESPN to
living room.
turkey. Hello. Back and better. Back and motherfucking better. Jermaine Ortiz. Now look.
Keyshawn's crashing out in the living room.
It was so hard for me to keep my cool and shut up. I've been knew I was fighting you, but I just had to shut up. I could not say nothing. I ain't want nobody fucking this moment up right here for me. It's official. They dropped, they released it. They can't fuck it up. It's official. It's official. I am back. January 31st. January 31st, the big man is back. That's all that matters. Call my mama for me. Look. Look how beautiful it is. That's all y'all need to see. Come, man.
That's all you need to see. Shakur Stevenson headlighting the card with Teofimo Lopez. Keyshawn Davis versus Jermaine Ortiz, which is a banger. No one expected that. I think they expected Keyshawn Davis and Bruce Carrington, Shushu, who he kind of doesn't look like his photo at all. I think he grew out his hair. Bruce Carrington is fighting Carlos Castro. And then you have Jarrell Miller taking on.
Me and Jermaine Ortiz is gonna be a banger.
Keyshawn's crashing out in his living room.
Jermaine can fight. Shouts out to you, Jermaine, for taking
Guy's in shape though. You know what? I'm gonna wait for more people to join the live, and then I'll give
stepping up to the plate and on his turkey
some of
card,
my
his face
thoughts.
card that he put on, stepping up, taking the fight. You know what I mean? Like, it takes a lot of guts to get in there and fight on these turkey cards. You never know what's going to happen on these turkey cards. So I appreciate you, Jermaine, for giving me an opportunity, bro. It takes two to tango. You know what I mean? And you really gave me an opportunity, bro. Like, you gave me an opportunity. You know what I mean? So I appreciate that, bro. I'm going to say that right now on live for everybody. Jermaine Ortiz. I appreciate you, bro, for stepping
Wow,
up.
Keyshawn Davis giving Jermaine Ortiz the respect for taking the fight.
Big name, you know that? You know, I got a big name, and we're going to get the fans what they want. You know what I'm saying? We're going to get the fans what they want. That's just point blank period. Hey, Shushu. Shout out to Shushu on the card. You know what I'm saying? Brethren. Okay then. Who else on the card? I don't really care. Hey, it's going down. It's going down. The businessman is back in action. Let me tell y'all when I got this news though. Hold on. I'm gone. And I'm gone. And I ain't getting back.
I'm really excited that Keyshawn's coming back. I want
Look, let me tell y'all this
Gary
shit
Antoine Russell in the
about-
mix as well.
This shit came about. Look, I had a big community event, right? Let me show y'all. I had a real big community event, right? Y'all see that? I had a
Damn.
big community event, right? For Kyrie, you know, for Kyrie. Everybody came out. It's deep, right? So why, right? You never know what's going to happen.
I just want to say that this is a banger lineup. Although you're only getting 1 month to promote it. The fight's just January 31st. Today is December 26th. Today is December 26th. So you have a month and a couple of days to promote such a stacked undercard. I mean, Turkey's doing a lot of things right in the sense that he's putting on these dream matchups that would have never happened if it wasn't for all the money that's involved. but you're putting on a fantastic undercard with less than a month or just about a month to promote. And what a fucking fantastic undercard. Now, HLD bought some tickets for the fight and he was on the fence of going, but now this is an excellent, excellent undercard. And Keyshawn Davis is main event worthy in himself. Jermaine Ortiz is an excellent dancing partner from the East Coast, from Massachusetts, like Worcester, Massachusetts. It takes two to tango. I was listening to a interview with him in Mill City Boxing, which I might pull up right now, actually, because I'm a big fan of Jermaine Ortiz. I didn't like the way that he fought Vasily Lomachenko, Teofimo Lopez, and then paraded like he won after the fact. It was a very lackluster performance. I think that Teofimo has real power in both hands, and that's why you get Sandor Martin running away. That's why you get Jermaine Ortiz, who's usually the one to meet you in the middle, i.e. Jermaine Ortiz when he fought the Marine guy who's in Bud's camp, Jamal Herring is his last name. He was a boxer in the Marine Corps. Jermaine Ortiz stepped to him. Jermaine Ortiz stepped and pivoted to Vasily Lomachenko. Jermaine Ortiz, when he fought Vasily Lomachenko, took everything good that Vasily Lomachenko had shown the boxing public in the pivots and the head movements and just beautiful tactics. Jermaine Ortiz met him in the middle, but when it was time for him to meet Teofimo in the middle, he started to fight on the back foot and didn't mind fighting 12 rounds on the back foot to a decision loss against Teofimo. And that's the co-main event of the night. That is a main event right there. You know, this whole time I've been crying and saying that they're stacking the main card. Like I can name so many right now. I'm going to go Canelo Crawford. The co-main event was Vargas versus some Irish guy. Who the fuck is that guy? You know, you should have put a Keyshawn Davis, a Bruce Shushu Carrington on that card. Because now you're getting engagement for hours. I'm going to be watching this fight from the Carlos Adames. He's the guy that beat Shiraz, and you can't tell me otherwise. And shout out to Josue. What's going on? I saw you in the comments of Marco Boxing's channel. He never pulled up. I wonder what happened to Marco. Hope he's doing okay. Keyshawn Davis versus Jermaine Ortiz is an excellent, excellent co-main event. It is exactly what the definition of a co-main event is. You know, it is to a caliber of a main event itself. Jermaine Ortiz stated that he knows how to beat Keyshawn Davis, that he hadn't fought anybody at the elite level. And that's usually the narrative going into a fight of this magnitude, where Keyshawn Davis hasn't fought anybody to the skills of a Jermaine Ortiz, an elite fighter. He was going to Edward De Los Santos in his hometown of Norfolk, Virginia. But what happened? He missed weight, and he did it with a fucking smug, disrespectful smile in the promoter's face. On the scale, 4 pounds over. Okay, you're 4 pounds over. Can't make the weight. That's one thing. You are doing it with a smile on your face. That's another. Then you go on record and do interviews stating that Edward De Los Santos is a punk and a bitch because he's not taking the fight, that you're offering him a quarter of your purse. Fuck no, you're not going to take the fight because you didn't shed those last 4 pounds to make the weight. And then you're calling him and you're bitching at him and you're upset because he's not gonna take the fight because you missed weight with 4 pounds and give you the advantage in your hometown. So then you start crashing out online in these interviews. That's another. There's no remorse in your tone in missing weight. The fight gets called off. Right, then you show up to the event. I think you stated that you weren't going to go. You show up to the event. Your brother gets beat by Nasir Albright, and that was a tactical good fight. I enjoy that fight very much. Your brother got beat up, but he fought through like a fighter all the way to the end. There was no shame in losing a good fight. But then in the aftermath, there's a clash between Albright and the Davis brothers, and you see basically three people jumping one guy. It was just a black eye, and it was not a good showing out from the Davis brothers. It went from they were on this meteoric rise to the night of Edward De Los Santos versus Keyshawn Davis when he misses weight with smiling on the weight scale, expecting for your opponent to take the fight, knowing that's not going to happen, and then calling him a bitch in interviews. A smart fighter like Edward De Los Santos will do that. He'll pull out of the fight, not knowing that you didn't give everything you could to make the weight, to shed off the hardest pounds, the 4 to 5 pounds. But that's right. You did go from Top Rank, fucking up something in Norfolk, Virginia, in your hometown, to a turkey card. Somehow the stars aligned, and you know what? I'm happy that it worked out the way it did. You took some time to mature, hopefully, and if you didn't, you're a crazy motherfucker. It looked like you stayed in shape. He stayed in shape, that's for a fact. You know, you're about a month away. He knew that he was going to fight Jermaine Ortiz. As we're watching in this video.
These turkey cards. So I appreciate you, Jermaine, for giving me an opportunity, bro. It takes 2 to tango. You know what I mean? And you realize gave me an opportunity. My house is in there. You give me away. When I is going.
Keyshawn Davis is a very talented fighter. Andy Cruz is the last guy to beat him in the Olympics. Andy Cruz is a 30-year-old 6-0 pro. You know, I want to watch Keyshawn box a little bit for you guys. Keyshawn Davis versus Nasir Albright. Miguel. Where's a good fight? Gustavo Lemos.
At the weigh-in. Davis, and down goes Lemos.
His record, 29 victories.
You know, I missed the show last night, brother. Always here when I can. Josue, that's what's up, man. I appreciate you. All it takes is one person for me to talk boxing in the audience. My brother's always in the chat. I appreciate you. Andy Cruz. Okay. Keyshawn Davis is a talented fighter. You know, when it comes to these fighters and their antics, to each their own. The older I get, the less I care. The more that I understand that everyone makes mistakes and has their own path. And we're all subject to ridicule, and we should be careful when we do, because you never know when those type of things can happen in your life. So again, the older I get, when I look at a situation that Keyshawn Davis faced in his hometown. I hope that it made him stronger and that it fueled him in the training camp for this fight against Jermaine Ortiz, because I want to see a hell of a fight. I've been a Keyshawn Davis fan. He does the stepping, you know, unlike fighters that are very tactical. And this is Bomac in his corner here. But unlike that, unlike fighters that are very tactical and hit and try not to get hit like Devin Haney, Keyshawn Davis will stay in the pocket a little bit longer. He has defensive lapses. Um, he's very athletic, and I think that his frame for that weight class is ideal. Lanky, um, got snap. And more than anything, okay, so this is a fight versus Lemos where I believe that Lemos missed weight and Keyshawn took the fight. And I think that is another reason why Keyshawn maybe felt the way he did when Eduardo Dos Santos didn't take the fight. Oh, Josue, if you missed the show last night, man, we were talking Mexican boxing all night. We were on some fucking Alan Picasso, which I'm praying that he wins and we wake up tomorrow with the new face of Mexican boxing. And we're going to go take those 4 belts from the Japanese man in Riyadh. And his father said that, si quieren guerra, le vamos a dar guerra, güey. Keyshawn Davis versus Lemos here. We're watching some of Keyshawn Davis's highlights. I wonder why Keyshawn Davis leaves a trainer like Bomac. Bomac is accomplished. He has the greatest fighter in boxing right now in Crawford. Why leave? Why leave that camp? Is it because that he's not taking the time to go all in on you? We're gonna try to speed this up here. I wonder how many rounds it goes. If I remember correctly, it doesn't go that long. Oh, he stops him in the second. Oh, he also got a knockdown. I like when a boxer can hook left, hook right, and the orthodox position. Pop, pop, like Shiraz against Berlanga. Pop, pop. That was a great combination. Yeah. Yeah, Keyshawn is a finisher. That's how you do it. The referee stopped it right in time. Keyshawn still let off that last punch. But yeah, you know what? Let's watch some of Jermaine Ortiz's highlights. I'm a big fan of Jermaine Ortiz. You know, when I look at this, the first thing that comes to mind is how small Teofimo looks. You know, he looks tiny. And I look at him, I know that he's not that much bigger, but he looks tiny here compared to the interviews and the videos of recent. Look, this is just the second round, and who's pressing the action? This is Teo in the center of the ring, smiling. I can't get enough. This is my favorite style to watch. A Bam Rodriguez, a Teofimo Lopez, Alexander Usyk. What to show me, you know, show me where the fighter's stepping back. He's just coming forward all night long, pressing the action. Just Teofimo, like again, I can't get enough of Teofimo's style, and that's why I'm come forward, take the center of the ring. I'm putting the pressure on you. There's that awkward lead hand thing that he does. He has long arms too, and that straight right. This is to land these punches on someone that is as skillful as Jermaine Ortiz while they're pulling away is impressive. Teofimo's a real deal. And Jermaine Ortiz is probably as fast as a Shakur Stevenson. That's how the fight finished, with Jermaine Ortiz on the back foot. That's what I remember. And it's a difficult win. That was a good win for Teofimo. Shocky Foster versus oh wow, I can even go even more bigger screen than that. I'm gonna pull up another fight of a Jermaine Ortiz versus Vasily Lomachenko. This guy's been in there with the best of them. Is that fight not on it's not on YouTube? Watch Vasily Lomachenko pour it on Jermaine Ortiz. Vasily pours it on late. Fight highlights. Oh, this is sick. I didn't know that I could make it even bigger like that. Okay, Jermaine Ortiz is a southpaw fighter that can do it. Can fight orthodox. Yeah, I listened to a Jermaine Ortiz boxing interview on the Boxing Voice on the road trip when I was on my way to Seattle in the fun truck. I was on my way to Seattle and I listened to this podcast, and I liked Jermaine Ortiz. At that time, he was at a crossroads point where he didn't know if he was going to take big fights. And then he got this Lomachenko fight. No, I think he got one before that put him on Jermell Herring, I believe. That was the fight that propelled him to get to this fight. Then he got the Teofimo Lopez fight. And he's a good fighter. He's a real good fighter. Both of these losses, look at that. He's landing boxing combinations on Lomachenko in the 6th round. I do remember when he started, getting off a little bit of his own stuff against Lomachenko. And I thought that was impressive. Even more impressive is that he's fighting orthodox against Lomachenko. Jermaine Ortiz being a southpaw, he's fighting Vasily Lomachenko as an orthodox fighter, and he's not crossing up his feet. He looks like an orthodox fighter when I'm studying him. And this is still vintage Lomachenko right here. 9th round, I'm going to pop 6 straight boxing southpaw combinations on you, and I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to change an angle and get off a couple more, a Vasily Lomachenko, a Inoue, a Junto Nakatani, a Teofimo Lopez, a Bam Rodriguez, Alexander Usyk, motherfuckers that go after it. These are guys who are going to the center of the ring and pushing these fighters to the ropes, getting off their offense strategically, aggressively, tactfully, sometimes getting hit. Vasily Lomachenko's face is beat up a little bit right there. He's got some bruising underneath his eyes. And he's getting touched by Jermaine Ortiz because he's in the fucking fire. But Vasily's gas tank is like to pour it on late on a Jermaine Ortiz. And again, these are both split decision losses, or was that unanimous? I didn't see that. But look at his face. He got beat up a little bit. You can't deny that. Can't deny that. In order to get off some of your offense, you have to get hit. You have to be willing to get hit. Abdullah Mason, Vasily Lomachenko, the master of defense, just got a bruised eye. Ended up with a bruised eye against Jermaine Ortiz, Shushu Carrington. Have we seen a lot of his fights? He's beat a lot of guys that Shushu Carrington Kayla had everyone talking. That was 2 years ago. Shushu Carrington 2 years ago. 14-0. Yeah. Jermaine Ortiz, Keyshawn Davis, Teofimo Lopez, Shakur Stevenson. Dun 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. He got cracked. He got cracked. Jersey Bob, where you at? Jersey Bob, this is for you. I see Shakur Stevenson not being the aggressor, but being able to tactically counterpunch a William Cepeda. Although Cepeda's head is in the bucket all night long, he can't fucking throw an uppercut and follow with the hook with some fucking balls because he doesn't have it in him. He doesn't have it in him to fucking torque a punch better than his small, I'm going to touch you 3,000 times before I. If that's your fighting style, you want to be the tactical guy, stay in that lane. You can't be the face of boxing when people are walking out of your hometown. I'm going to pull that up, not because I'm a hater, but just because I'm a realist. I love Shakur Stevenson. I think that he's a fighter that should be on the first card of a main card, I don't think that he should be co-main event. Nobody wants to see that shit. But if you want to see some good boxing, get there, the first fight, see a Shakur Stevenson, fight on the back foot, take your kids and show them, hey, that's a fighter that's going to be able to talk when he's done with his career because he didn't take any punishment. In fact, he probably got hit less than 5 times. You can't make fun of him. I mean, sure, you can make fun of him, but he's getting the last laugh, I say, because he's being able to talk while he's getting paid and yada yada, being ridiculed. But that is not the guy. That's not the face of boxing. Don't call yourself that guy. Shakur Stevenson, De Los Santos. I'm just going to type in Shakur Stevenson fans walkout. This is going to be 2 years ago. Let's pull this up. What I see here is I see two fighters in the boxing ring, and I see people walking out in his hometown. Okay, there's another angle, but I'm sorry about that. Technical difficulties as I am learning how to manage streaming. I also think that that was not a slip. He got busted upside the head. What's good, HLD? Oh shit, I didn't realize there was comments. What happened? No. I'm here, guys. Don't trip. Chocolate chip. I'm gonna put this up. I'm here all night. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. Pow, pow, pow. Yo, Sims 2012. What's going on? Shakur Stevenson versus Padley. Are we gonna watch that? Ta-da, 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 ta-da. What's good, HLD? If you want to jump on, talk some boxing with me, let's get it. But no pressure. When did this fight happen? Is this a fight that I missed entirely? Did I choose to forget this fight? I think that YouTube's running a little slow, so I'm going to just chop it up here. Shakur Stevenson is fighting his first elite fighter in Teofimo Lopez. What I've seen in the film study that I've done so far, Teofimo is the guy that's taking the center of the ring. We love to see those aggressive fighters. I'm going to name him just because I can't get enough. Roberto Duran, Alexander Usyk, and Inoue, who's fighting today. A Mike Tyson, a Canelo Alvarez. These are people who take the center of the ring. They want to knock you out. They want to punch your head off. Oh, it was a COVID fight. I don't want to get too far from the mic, but I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited because I like when there's bad intentions behind a punch. That's the way that I was taught boxing. You want to jab someone like you want to break someone's nose, okay? Your right hand goes through their face. You don't want to punch at their face. You want your hand to go through. Shakur does enough just to get away to win these rounds. Wow, appreciate the support, Angry Grouch. Pop a lot of smoke. Let's go, HLD. Fuck yeah, my boy. Uh-oh. Yo.
All right, I'm on now. All right, ¿qué pasó, hermanito?
What's good, HLD? Let's talk some boxing, bro. Have you been hearing me at all?
I just got in just about a minute ago.
Here, I'll recap it for you, bro. I'll recap it for you. I like fighters that do the stepping. Teofimo does the stepping. He takes the center of the ring. He's gonna put you on those back ropes like he did Jermaine Ortiz. You know, he's gonna back up a Vasily Lomachenko in the 12th round. He's looking for that offense. He's creating that offense. He's not waiting for you to make the mistake, to counter punch. He can, but he's stepping, That's difficult, but my style. I love that shit.
Oh, that's boring though, man. They say that's boring.
Teofimo's boring my ass, dude. I'm watching him. I'm getting so excited because he's one of my favorite fighters. I don't like that he takes a long time between fights and he does this persona, but his style is one of my favorites. Absolutely.
Yeah, but they almost everybody got him written off for this fight, bro. That's crazy. That's crazy. I know you were showing the clips of that Cepeda and Shakur, and I can't help but see. But where's the speed at for this slow guy who's Cepeda? Because I didn't see the speed. Did you? I didn't see speed.
Off Cepeda?
I didn't see no speed out of Shakur. Like, oh shit! Hold on, let me rewind that. Let me see that again. No, I didn't see none of that.
No, I didn't see it either.
I didn't see that.
This is a fight that I have to give so much credit for Teo, not saving the weekend, but outperforming his peers. I think that this is a scratch because it's outside. There's no fans. It's not a boxing environment. That throws off a fighter and the whole dynamic of like walkouts and the way that you're getting wrapped up in like some alleyway, then they're transporting you via like limo.
See, but this is where Teo shines, because not only is Teo used to being in the big spotlight, but Teo's biggest fight of his career was in the Dome during COVID versus Lomachenko with no fans. So he could deal with this shit. His focus stays on.
What's going on? We had some good boxing conversation.
Hell
yes,
yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Got a little haywire.
I got older, like, you know what I'm saying? So you caught him right at the end.
What is the Shakur's best win? It would have to be.
It's Valdez.
It's Valdez.
That's so long ago, and Valdez like has short T-Rex arms. He's one-dimensional.
Yeah, he's got like a 66, 64-inch arm reach. He's like Jojo Diaz.
I mean, if you want to give him Cepeda, like, but I can say this, y'all know Cepeda was in witness protection for the longest time, so y'all wasn't impressed by that.
Well, I argue, I don't know if I said it on your panel, Smoke Session, that I think Tevin Farmer beat, even though they didn't give him the fight, he gave Cepeda a hell of a fight than Shakur did against Cepeda.
He dropped Cepeda.
He dropped Cepeda twice, I think, right?
Yeah, man, while he was hurt. I don't know if it was in the second fight. He was definitely hurt.
Right, the second fight. And so, I mean, it's arguable to say that Tevin Farmer gave Cepeda a tougher fight. I mean, hey, man, the thing is that when you got the machine behind you, that's what happens. What happened today, now I really find out what happened today, how they snuck in Keyshawn Davis into this.
Let's go. Tell me.
Man, that's
they had Jermaine Ortiz with a signed contract, so he signed that he was gonna fight. They had him thinking he was gonna fight Hitchens, but it's just to get him to sign so that they can then do the switcheroo and put Keyshawn on him. So he signed thinking he's gonna fight for a belt, and that was just to get him signed. And then he's already hooked on the fight for that date. And that's when they slipped in Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis himself even said it, that he knew from the very beginning it was always going to be him. The only thing that they were playing that bullshit behind the scenes.
And fight. That's an in-house fight. Jermaine Ortiz is still top ranked, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he is top. No, Jermaine Ortiz is after that Teofimo fight, bro. They cut him.
Top rank cut Jermaine Ortiz.
Yeah, that same night they cut him loose, bro.
Ooh, well, they might bring him back because ain't nobody pick him up yet. That's why I seem like this is an in-house fight.
Well, if he beats Keyshawn Davis, his stock is hell of up.
He has a good chance of beating him too. I was listening to him on Mill City, which how do you know Mill City? You said you've been like a friend of his.
I'm a day one of his, bro. Day one.
With y'all, man. HLD is the day one for a lot of these guys with big channels.
Okay.
That's why, like, you know what I'm saying? You be like, man, they like HLD, when he clicked the link, he jumped right on. Motherfucker be like, let me see your face and have you in the background. No, HLD. His VIP treatment. Oh my god.
So how did Mill City get his start? Did he just start interviewing people? Had he had boxing connections?
Mill City used to work for another channel. He used to go out doing the interviews for them. I think it was for Fight Hype. And you know, he established his connections kind of like that way. He was good friends with Zab Judah, which
that's what popped him off like.
And then you know,
yeah,
you know, and you know, Zab is you know, they're you know, good best friends. And
that was the credibility right there to have people pull up. You know what I'm saying? Because he got Zab, and when he did the joints with Zab, it was like, oh, who is this? You know, they were trying to call him a plant.
Yeah, I remember a little bit of that. You know what
I'm saying? So Mill City been putting in the work, putting in the effort, putting in that everything. So
yeah, he's got fire interviews like the Jermaine Ortiz fight got announced today. He had him on. I tuned in and listened to that.
I gotta watch that
for sure.
I'm gonna tell you what I did watch. I mean, I don't know if y'all know. Shakur got his channel popping, and he just dropped 2 episodes. You know, like all access for him.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I was on the panel in Mill City with Rel, you know, his mid guy. So I was, we you know, we're doing our shit talking and shit. And I was like, yo, man, I'm like, yo, man, what? I saw that pad work, bro. What's up with them weak snaps, bro? I don't hear no pop, bro. I don't hear nothing, bro. You're wrong for that, right? Like, yo, man, he was leaving. He was gonna go lead to do some training, I guess, with Shakur. I'm like, yo, man, make sure you put some extra padding in them pads, bro. We didn't want your man to come out saying you know, his hands hurt. He can't fight that day. Man, you're like, fuck you, man.
Hey, but hold on. You remember the conspiracy that you said that you want to know how in the hell Jay Prince just got his main fighter as the head and his brother as the co-main out of nowhere.
Yeah, that's the thing. That was the dirty shit that was happening. But since, you know, I can't say that shit because I gotta let these guys say it themselves. So then I saw Keyshawn come out and say it. Keyshawn came out and say it, and today on Mills, Jermaine Ortiz said it himself. So, you know, I mean, you know, you can't say shit that doesn't belong to you to say. But I knew there was something wrong. Oh, I told you on your panel. Did I not tell you on your panel?
Yeah,
there was some funky shit. There was some funky shit.
That's why I'm asking you, have you changed your mind yet? Because, you know.
No. I mean, it's out now. The funky shit is that they tricked Jermaine Ortiz to thinking he was fighting Hitchens just to get him signed so they could pull him out and then just stick in Keyshawn.
And you don't like the card because you was expecting 3 championship fights. I
was expecting, yo, man, it just, I don't care how you cut it. Jermaine Ortiz versus Hitchens, fire. Keyshawn Davis versus Hitchens, fire. And it's a championship fight.
Oh, Teo, HLD, I was going to ask you, are you going?
Oh yeah, I got tickets.
Yeah, I know you got tickets, but now that they announced the undercard, like, does that?
I'm not happy. I think I was saying that earlier. I wasn't happy.
He don't like the card. He don't like the card. That's why I asked him as he calmed down because
you know,
Adames is fire, dude.
Yeah, but he's fighting. But
he's gonna beat the shit out of him.
I mean, I'm not gonna look. I'm not saying that the Jermaine Ortiz and Hitchens fight is a bad fight. It's not. It's a great fight, but it's not a co-main fight. It's not a co-main for me. It
is for me. I'm happy with it.
Like Cowboy was like.
Go ahead.
No, I'm saying just like I was saying earlier in Smoke Session that it's not that it's a good fight, but when you're spending the type of money I'm spending for this shit, you're expecting to get that worth, and my expectations wasn't a check.
I'll take that over a Vargas versus the Irish guy. I'll take that over Alicia Baumgartner versus whoever the fuck the co-main.
Well, yeah, but they're not fighting on no. Bro, this is arguably the best fight of the year, unless we have a Virgil Ortiz and Boots fight. If we don't get that, this is the best American fight for the entire year.
To me, this is better than Crawford Spence for me, in my opinion, because I like both of these fighters more, and I think that they're actually in their prime. I'm more excited than Crawford Spence.
Another deciding factor is, bro. I'm looking at the bro. So
Check this
the
out.
tickets are sold
Wait,
out.
I want to point something out. Here on the screen, I have pulled up. This is when Keyshawn Davis was supposed to fight Edwin De Los Santos. This is he's weighed in. Look at this shit. He's got this smirky smirk.
Bro, you know he was doing that versus, bro.
4 pounds overweight.
He did that on purpose, bro. They were expecting De Los Santos to take the fight.
Expecting that De Los Santos take the fight, exactly.
You know what, too? I'll be real with you because he no different than Shakur.
Yep.
I think he took that fight and thought that his body, like, these guys be miscalculating the body. Because I remember Shakur almost killed himself trying to get back down to 30. His body said, "Not anymore, buddy."
But it wasn't I don't believe that, bro. Because his was only 2 ounces for Shakur.
He couldn't.
4 ounces.
His body told him no, bro. He had on the black suit. He was in the sweat tank. He was doing all of that, and his body was like, no. Look. Shakur's talking about going to 47 after this.
Yeah, he's talking all that talk. He ain't gonna do.
He's
none
not
of
a
that.
little guy though, HLD. Like somebody told me they said he looks like they said an all-state high school running back.
It's not a coincidence that both Shakur and Keyshawn missed weight on the last fight of a championship fight of the division that they're in.
Wait, who did?
Shakur when missed weight, that was his last fight at 130.
He lost 2 belts at 130, and then
who did he? I'm sorry, who did he?
He lost the belts to Conceição on the scale. He couldn't make the weight.
The Brazilian, huh? The Brazilian.
Yeah, right.
Well, he didn't lose them to him. He beat Conceição, but like those.
He lost the belts on the scale.
Lost the belts on the scale, and look at Carlos Adames messed up all the money.
Yeah, but man, when you got the machine behind you, look where Shiraz is back at, bro. He's in a championship fight now.
When you have fucking Turkey Gobble goes to your corner and says, "We need 1 round. We need the 12th round." Well, I'm
the crazy shit.
I'm gonna pull that up.
Carlos Adames hasn't fought since then.
No,
he's fighting the 31st in January.
Yeah, but how long ago was this? Like Shiraz already done demolished Edgar Berlanga.
That was in June. This was in June, I think, right? This was right after the.
Oh no, this is over a year ago.
Yeah, this is 24.
24.
Yeah, this wasn't
2024.
February 22nd, 24.
Was it?
It's about to be 2 years since Adames is fighting. Wow, Pop, that's what's up.
Damn, bro, that
when you mess up the money, bro, look what they do to you.
But why did it say 10 months ago?
That's probably when the zone re-showed it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? They showed the whole fight, but like, bro, to have.
No, they put the highlights out like the day of.
Yeah, but this is the whole fight, ain't it?
No, this is the highlights. Fight highlights.
Okay, so this guy, Carlos Adames, messed up the money, didn't let Shiraz win, and they buried him. You mean to tell me
they buried his ass?
The WBC middleweight champion of the world can't get a damn fight?
So they put him on the shelf. I'm not saying this is for certain 100%, but the rumors were for Crawford to go down to 160, right? You see? And so they're like, all right, we'll put this guy on the shelf. We'll get him all rusted up. Crawford can make a run at 160, but then Janibek blew that because he popped dirty. And so all that shit kind of crumbled.
And Carlos, it would have been an easy fight to make between him and Carlos because they got history, you know.
They're sparring partners. They were sparring partners, yeah.
So they got history. That would have ran it up. So, but then I was being for real. I'm like, but ain't gonna make no money fighting these dudes at 60.
There was no money for him. The only money fight was a rematch with Canelo. Yeah.
Like, I don't know why people get so mad. But there was no he can go for 4. Ain't nobody gonna care about that. And he's older. So you mean he gotta wait for Laura and Janibek, fight Adames, and then set that fight up? That's in 2026, 2027.
Easy.
Who the hell gonna wait for that shit?
I would have taken that Canelo fight, get paid my $50-60 million.
He may still. That fight is set up for September. It may add, a little to it before he pop back up and take that fight. Because Canelo's been very quiet. He's been very respectful. He's been enjoying his money, I bet. Had his surgery. and he may want to get his get back when he get in the ring. Like,
Hey, he's still,
but he's not no punk, man. Canelo's not a punk.
hey, Crawford is still the ring champion. He's still the lineal champion. And so maybe they do set up a fight in September for Crawford and Canelo just for the ring belt, and then they're just fucking over all of the sanctioning bodies, like telling them fuck you. You know what I mean?
He still got the WBA belt.
I thought he vacated all of them already.
Still got the WBA belt. IBF is vacated. There's no WBC champion. Billy is the interim, and the WBO is vacant. But I know they need to give Lester Martinez a fight because Jesus Christ.
Well, Berlanga's fighting for the WBA, man.
Who the hell is he fighting?
He's fighting damn it.
Resendez?
Yes, I think so. Hold on, let me look it up.
He's ranked number 12, but Resendez is gonna never mind, be quiet. That's gonna be a good fight.
Hey man, I'm just the messenger.
That's gonna be a good fight.
Right now, I got Subriel Matias pulled up against Ergashev. It's a boxing fight that I remember where Matias was getting beat up, or actually he was doing this high guard action in the first half of the fight, and you systematically break down Ergovic in the later half and makes him quit on the stool. So if you're watching,
isn't Ergovic the guy who used to train himself? He didn't have a trainer.
I don't know.
I think he's the guy that used to train himself, and I think he fought B-Hop. No, that can't be him. No.
So right around here, this is the second round in the 12th fight, in the 12 round fight, where I thought Ergovic was putting it on Subriel. Nasty southpaw combinations, getting through the guard, uppercuts, kind of bullying him around. I didn't think that Subriel had anything in him, because it kind of, at this point, I didn't know that this was his tactic. This is what Subriel does.
He let you punch yourself out right in the middle of the ring, not on the road.
Yeah, he turns into the human punching bag for 6 rounds.
Okay, there. You can see Ergovic slow down a little bit.
He drops those shots in there to damage you, but once he sees that you're weak, he goes to get ready.
Yeah,
we ready for the NUA fight 831.
831, we ready.
Berlanga is fighting Resendez for the WBA on February 21st.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, he's gonna be, I think, on the undercard of Ryan Garcia and
yeah, we talked about it last time. He's gonna fight.
That's a great card right there already.
He's fighting Resendez.
That's 2 championship fights right there already.
This was in Vegas. I went to the previous fight before this one when he went to Minnesota.
Now while we watching here, I'm gonna ask you because I'm watching it.
Yeah.
Has anybody thought? Right, I'm just asking. I'm just saying this. I just want people to think: if Ryan Garcia actually beats Barrios and gets that WBC belt, all that asking who's next in boxing, you can cut it, because they will push Ryan Garcia to the max, like my boy Big Josh say, to the max. You know what I'm saying?
I know that if Ryan Garcia gets that belt, the build up for the rematch of Haney and him is gonna be huge.
You know he's gonna fight the winner of the Rolly Pacquiao fight first, though.
I think if Turkey puts up that money, it's gonna be so much money they're not gonna turn that down. Nobody's turning it down.
Somebody's gonna have to get rid of Manny Pacquiao because people think he's just gonna beat Rolly, and you got to get rid of that old gunslinger.
I think Rolly's gonna take him out, man.
I don't want that to happen. I want Manny to retire. That's tired.
The thing is that fight is not even announced because I think they're waiting on the WBA to give Rolly the exception to avoid his mandatory.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So if you guys are watching on the screen, right around here is when you see the spirit break of Ergovic. You know, when he's getting pushed back and Subriel is letting his hands go. You can see the quit start to creep out of a fighter when he looks like Ergovish.
All right, so 54 seconds into the fourth. Oh, I see it.
It was kind of sticking out with his hand.
I saw
Yeah.
when he hit him. When he hit, like everything.
Oh,
he's
body shot.
That's a knock. You got a. Oh, that should have been a knockdown.
Should have. I don't know. He made it.
That would have gave him some. That would have gave him some breathing room.
Yo, that was a knockdown, bro.
That was a knockdown.
That was a knockdown.
You was it?
It was a knockdown.
That was a knockdown, bro.
Like
right, I ain't gonna say I've been in the gym, but like I've been watching boxing since I could sit Indian style, and my knees don't bend no more.
Yeah, I see it. We spotted. That was a knockdown on me.
That was a knockdown, bro.
But see what these guys do. I mean, they stay in the pocket. Look, bro, you're whooping his ass for 4 rounds. It's time to now change your game plan and start mid. Yeah, you can't stay in the pocket with this dude.
You can't also have your hands down on the ropes. There's no way you're winning a boxing.
That body hurt, man. That body work he was doing. Shout out to my body work. That body look. That body work.
Oh, body shot.
Body shot. Look at him.
Hey, he made him quit on the stool.
He can't breathe.
No mas.
He can't breathe. It's all of him to breathe. He's not about to take any more body shots and be moving around.
You know what the other mental issue is that up to this point, everybody's like, "Yo, this man has a body on his record."
He got a body,
and you're taking the punishment that he gave that other guy. We don't want to risk that, and so that's on the mind. That's on the mind of the other trainer. That's behind the mind of the fighter, and they're like, "Yeah, man, I don't want to be killed for this."
Not to mention, he hit Sabril with everything early.
Yeah.
And now Sabril's dog walking you. Yeah, he's scared for his life right now. Real talk.
he's like in the movie Rocky in Rocky 2 when his trainer said, I saw that you hit him with everything you got. He kept on coming. We don't want them problems.
Yeah, we don't need them problems. Right? Let's go beat up one of these black boys that ain't gonna fight you as hard as this boy. This boy got something to prove.
So is he a southpaw and orthodox fighter?
Who's that?
Gabriel?
I think he switches up. I think you're right. He does switch up.
Hey, is this the last fight? No. This is like a top rank fight. He was on top rank.
Yeah. Is it a top rank? Let's see the ropes.
Yeah, this is
a top rank. That's the logo, or like how they got the shit right there. That's a top rank fight.
He's got a body on his record like early in his career.
About 5 years ago.
5 years ago, him and Charles Conwell.
Damn, that high guard is something else, man. That's like not reminiscent of James Toney because he never really did the high guard, but like.
It's too enticing for other fighters, and they're told to stop and don't bite into it. And
see, look how fast his punches are right here. Like he's got power and speed behind these punches when he lets them go.
Word, you got to go to the long haul for. You got to go to the long haul with Matias, and if you don't have
been avoided, right? Matias has been avoided for sure.
If you don't have no pop for him to respect you, you're gonna get that that 4th round where he lets you and then. He's gonna start, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna start going to work. So
you can't go toe to toe with him after the 6th round. If you gave him everything you had early on, then you gotta then start boxing, bro. You can't stay.
And you shouldn't even do that. You should just do enough to keep him honest. And then when he tries to pour it on,
he did lose to Puello. That's the fight that I want to pull up.
And watch out, Puello. You said Puello? No, he beat Puello for that belt.
Wait.
Lost to Paro. The Liam Paro.
No.
Paro.
He beat
Paro. Paro beat him in Puerto Rico, bro.
Pull it up. Pull it
up.
Okay.
I can't. Okay. Wait.
You got some. I don't know how old, but you got some. You got some old head unks in here that know. Yeah. You type in Liam Paro versus because he beat Puello and it was.
I thought Puello won that fight, but
if you watch the fight, he got the. I mean, he did the same.
Maybe then I probably didn't watch it all the way through because I thought
he beat Liam Paro beat him.
Okay. We're gonna watch this one. This is the most
Julio.
recent fight.
Yeah, that's his last fight. If I'm not mistaken. Once a year, so Gary's like, no, I'm only gonna fight my mandatories if you don't give me the fight I want. So he did that. He did that for about 5 years. Oh yeah. If you don't have the they had the disclaimer. They're running.
No, did it come back though?
You probably had to cut that off.
Oh, that's weird.
But yeah, Gary fought. I'm trying to look for the guy name because he's still fighting. I remember his name. It's like I don't want to make sure. I want to make sure. What was
that? Was that the zone clip that you played though, Fun Truck?
Streams are interrupted when copyright detected.
Yeah, they'll do that to you.
That's a first. So it's
what was that Japanese guy? What was that Japanese guy named?
For
HLD that Gary fought with one arm when they basically took that belt from him.
It wasn't a Japanese guy. Wasn't it a Mexican guy? Here, I'll look it up.
Yeah, when Gary lost the belt.
Yeah, man. Yo, man, Gary today, bro. You saw his last fight when he came back.
He beat the shit out of that guy,
bro. He looked lethal, man. Speed, elusiveness.
He fight, but it's like he won't give and take.
Oh, it was against Mark Magsayo.
Mark Magsayo. Like Mark Magsayo barely beat Gary with one arm.
Yeah, the Filipino guy. Yeah.
He barely beat him with one arm. And then Gary, like when he lost the belt, they like took him out of all the rankings. He was nowhere. Then they like kind of like blackballed him a little bit. And shit, that 26 belt, that shit bounced around from mad people. Ray Vargas is still champion in recess. I don't even know if he's still alive.
Damn, boys, I think the stream's not up on YouTube anymore.
No, you're running right now on the background.
Yeah.
Or just on StreamYard.
But
I don't know if you could. You're gonna have to fix that. You're gonna have to remove it or whatever they're gonna tell you to do. Maybe. Because I think once you get through them, they'll shut down your channel.
We're back on. Fuck yeah.
You're back on. Once you cut it off, you be back on. You gotta let it
run. Let's go. Hell yeah.
Don't play no more DAZN clips, bro.
Don't play no top rank clip.
Oh, do you think it's because of what I'm playing in the background of my room?
No, you were playing that Shiraz and Berlanga shit, bro.
Yeah, when you play
when
you play the clips with the full logo on there and shit. You can, you know what I'm saying? You get in trouble.
Okay.
And don't get yourself up. Yeah, I think after 3 of them, they ban your channel, man.
Yeah, after three, they'll suspend you, and then you have to work to get the shit because they feel like you don't know, you ain't understand what you're doing. You gotta get clearance for a certain shit when you play it, and you definitely gotta put a disclaimer up before you play it and say, it's for educational purposes only. This is not entertainment.
No, that's so interesting because sometimes I'll be watching other streamers live stream NBC, Fox News, CNN.
That's not the same. These fights are all licensed.
Like and as you tell you before shit got wild, they was allowing us to do the shit because they wanted the promotion, but once
they got bots now. They got bots that track everything.
But like now once them boys like HLD, like I ain't gonna say the alphabet game name, but they kind of fucked it up for anybody else coming in just trying to be pure boxing analysts. Like, yo, I know my boxing and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they really they think all of us are the same and on some real shit. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you've been up here for a long time, you just seen shit. You just be like, okay, I understand this shit. I understand the business of boxing too. So when I talk boxing, like there's certain fights I would love to see, but I know the business ain't about to go down. Like Ja Opataya should be definitely getting the damn unification against Zerlo. But Oscar and them sold that damn belt to PBC and Dave Benavidez. At least for the opportunity, because I think Dave Benavidez is going to dog walk down Zerlo.
Yeah, they're catching out. Zerto's going to go into telenovelas after this match.
You know what I'm saying? So just being real with you, man. Like on some like being real, like and I had the pictures up with Zerto and Dave Benavidez when they was younger, and Jose. Him and David the same damn size. Back then, when David was at 68 and he was at 75. And David was beating him up back then. What do you think is going to be different now? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I'll be real with you, like not being like, but when I talk to my friends that call me my African American friends, right? And I'm like, they like, yo, who next? Because they asking me these questions. And I throw out all types, but I'm like, when I'm just down to nitty gritty, man, David fucking Benavidez. Who the hell we talking about here right now? Like, it's his turn. I don't care what race, color you in. Like, listen, if he beats Zerto, he's a champion in 2 different weight classes, and he has 3 belts.
Yeah, but he would have he would have 10 days he has to decide which one of the 2 is going to stay with. That would be the rules.
That's cool, but he still wins them though. It'd be on the record though. It'd be on the resume.
Right. It'll be.
It'd be on the he went up 25 pounds, whipped somebody's ass, and then he started putting pressure on Bivol like, yo, what's up? And then on the 9th day, if you don't say nothing, I can't, like, you know what I'm saying? I got 2 belts to defend up here. And a Ja Opataya fight, somebody that's gonna actually fight me. Because he's looking for the smoke. So
who's Jai fighting next?
He just put that guy in the hospital, broke his orbital bone and a neck and a bone in the guy's neck.
I don't know how much longer Ja gonna be able to make cruiserweight because they say he's a heavyweight.
He's a big dude.
He's a big dude.
They say he's a heavyweight campaigning at cruiser, and he kind of like waiting for Usyk to go. And guess what Usyk is about to do? After this damn
Deontay Wilder, claim all those heads. He's got Wilder, Dubois twice, Anthony Joshua twice, Tyson Fury twice, Wilder once.
Who else he got? Does he have White or Chisora? He got one of them too.
Maybe that's before I became.
He got one of them too.
You know, was another question I asked Durrell. You know, the guy who's in Keyshawn's. He's one of his coaches.
What's that?
I'm like, yeah. So why are you guys changing up the entire team? You guys now fighting at the UFC, training at the UFC center? No more Bomac. It was silent, bro. It was silent.
That's a good question.
It was silent. Like you guys in Vegas? You guys are not over there in Omaha?
Colorado? Well,
no.
HRD, I'm gonna say it like this.
Not in Colorado Springs.
I saw it. You saw it. Fun truck. Like if you up on it, right? Let's be real. It's the end of the year now, right? Keyshawn. I'm a big Keyshawn Davis fan. I'm a huge Keyshawn. You fucked up really, 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 really bad. Do you understand? You really bad. The first time I hate to say this shit, God damn. The first time your mama wasn't around, you acted out.
It's the truth, though, man. It's kind of like, what the fuck was that?
Like, I know I'm black, but like, yo, bro, your mom went on a cruise and shit. Listen, you had mayor, town council, Allen Iverson, Michael Vick and his whole football team from the college that's right there. And like, oh my God.
Even Shaq was shouting him out, bro. Shaq was shouting him out.
Listen, listen on some real shit, right? outside of all the bread you fucked up with the Top Rank and all of that, if you fucking with Vic, Iverson from Virginia, you next, and Shaq was pulling up, let me be real with you. You was about to get
your brother's on the card.
Listen, now let's get to that. You got Kimon got his contract terminated from Top Rank.
Whoa.
Not Kelvin, not the one that lost. Kimon, the one that's probably got the most damn potential.
Yeah, the youngest one.
The youngest one. So when I say you fucked up, bro, you fucked up. You didn't just mess up a little bit. The bread with all of that, you probably on some other shit. You missed out. I'm saying is you missed out on a Reebok endorsement because Allen Iverson is the president, or is it the vice president or president of Reebok, and Shaq is like the CEO or the president of Reebok. So you just missed out on a total or to the side endorsement for Reebok.
On top of the representation that you already represent.
Because and you acted out because your moms wasn't around to tell you go sit the fuck down. So they mean around, they mean to give him a ball, but he had to get it. Now it's down the line later, right? Okay, bro, the show didn't stop for you. Lester Martinez had a great fight against damn Man Billy, which some people think he outdid Man Billy in his own fight. That's a B&B fighter. We ain't got time to sit around and wait for you, bro. You feel what I'm saying? They got other fighters that people was hitting them up with. You got Bud Funk Canelo. Huh? Right after that, where does Bomac go? He shoots right overseas.
Chris Eubanks.
Chris Eubanks Jr. Bro, am I supposed to hold your damn, excuse my language, am I supposed to hold your motherfucking hand? Young man, am I supposed to hold your hand?
So why did he leave? Because was he upset that he wasn't getting attention, or what was it?
What you just said. That why would you leave that gym knowing that everything that you got? The only reason you messed up is because you messed up. They didn't mess up for you. You messed up.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was asking the question, why is Shakur not over there? Because he needs his brother next to him?
Over where?
With Keyshawn, Shakur needing Keyshawn to be his, his boy. Listen, and they can't train over there because he got rid of Bomac.
Well, listen, all right. I'm tired of everybody knows Keyshawn. I mean, not Keyshawn. Shakur plays mind games, and he thinks he's the damn. He think he's the headmaster, right? So, if Keyshawn keep going over there with Bomac and them, Shakur not gonna be able to beat him.
Well, the one thing I saw today by Keyshawn, it didn't tell me he's learned a damn thing.
Listen, when I say this, right, if you watch Batman, right, Batman got different Robins. Every Robin turned into something else except Tim Drake. And right now, Keyshawn is playing the Tim Drake role. I don't see him turning into Nightwing, Red Hood. Like even the chick turned into Batwoman. You know what I'm saying? And then became like Tim Drake just wore the suit, and then you know what I'm saying. So
I expected him to react today more humble, more mature, more like, yo, man. I mean, I got an opportunity. I'm not gonna let you guys down. I promise you I'm gonna be working hard, and I'm gonna show out. Right? No, it was like, back to that shit.
When they made him, like, I'm gonna be real with you, that boy need to start back smoking weed. When he was smoking weed, you did not see this crazy ass. Look at this shit. Look at this shit, bro. Look at this shit.
He is in shape though.
On Twitter, he let go of the weed and
now,
he started something else.
Pause it. Does he look like 140 pounder?
No.
Hell no. He's on 160 right there.
I'm just asking you a question. Does he look like 140 pounds?
No.
He
So when
yokes right there.
So when he says he's going to 147, right?
Wait, what's the weight? What's the fight at?
It's at 140.
I said 140. He said he's going to 140. He said he's going to
he missed
147.
135 or 140 last time.
He missed 135.
Okay.
But he says this fight against Jermaine Ortiz is at 140, right? But he's talking about going to 47.
How much you want to bet he doesn't make 140?
Damn. You better.
And since there's no belt on the line, right?
Uh-huh.
They're not gonna give a shit.
He may be like 142, 141 and a half.
I'm gonna look up real quick the betting odds for the undercard.
But the other thing, I was out at Mill City when I was chopping it up with Zav, and I'm like, so I'm looking at Shakur at the UFC center with a whole new team, you know, trying to act bionic now because they're just using, you know, new modern ways of whatever training that they're doing over there. And I'm looking at what type of an athletic specimen is Shakur. And when I saw him doing his calisthenics, bro, the old lady was kicking his ass. The one that was teaching him. Like, bro, he was struggling to maintain, bro. I'm like, bro, yeah, Teo's definitely a 10 times of an athlete than you, man. Teo is on some other shit.
That's fine. Shakur's a boxer, dude. He's gonna fight off of his back foot and wins the round and win rounds.
That's if Teo pressed the issue. Teo could stand in the middle of the ring and wait for him to like, bro, don't go over.
That's what I say. I'm like, why do you have to chase him, man? I'm gonna stand right here and I'm waiting. Come on.
Yeah, why I gotta chase you? I'm the champion. You trying to take it from me? Come get it.
Hey, he was humble a little bit. Keyshawn thanked Ortiz in this video for taking the fight. He goes, you know, you're a big name and I'm a big name. Thank you for giving me a shot. So there was something there. There was
you need to hear what he said there. That's not what he said. He knew about this fight. It was going to happen no matter what. He knew it was never going to be Hitchens.
Yeah.
So yeah, after he spills the beans and like they tricked him into having because like I said, it wasn't that Jermaine was giving him a shot. Jermaine was expecting to fight for a belt.
Really?
Yeah.
So this was a
switcheroo behind the scenes.
Africa, like if you pull up, I know it's on Fight Hype, but if you pull up Africa's, I don't know if it's a tweet or Instagram post, and he tell you that he did sign to fight Jermaine Ortiz.
Keyshawn's the favorite against Jermaine Ortiz. Sorry to cut you off, Smoke. He's minus.
What is he on?
Minus 200, minus 300 between books.
Because Jermaine Ortiz was looking for a title shot. Bang, right? Now, Keyshawn beats Jermaine Ortiz. That puts Keyshawn into what?
Well, Keyshawn is already he's the number one ranked at 140 with the WBO. So I wonder if they're going to, if the WBO would go ahead and move ahead and make this fight a title eliminator to then be able to make Keyshawn a mandatory. So don't be surprised if the WBO go ahead and moves forward and makes this a title eliminator to become Teo's mandatory, or whoever the winner of the Shakur and Teo fight.
I think this is an excellent undercard. When I first started the stream, I was saying that these are the type of fights that I want to pull up and see Carlos Adames. I haven't heard of his opponent though. Oh, Austin Williams.
Yeah,
Ammo, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think he's gonna whip Ammo. I ain't gonna tell you no lie.
Okay, and then you have Shushu Carrington versus Castro. Castro's pretty good, right? He's rough and tough.
But it's like Shushu had to win this fight, and all his contemporaries have been if not belt holders, multiple belt holders in different weight classes. And
Yeah, he's still a 28-year-old prospect.
You know what I'm
That's.
saying?
I mean, I guess you're right. But to your point, Keyshawn Davis, this is technically like a big step up fight against Jermaine.
It's his toughest fight of his career. He hasn't fought no competition, bro. I don't care anybody tell me. He fought a Timu version Lomachenko and Berincek, and it was old and washed. And then he fought Madueño. And that guy had lost to Claggett, and Claggett got in the 500 club fighting that dude. And that guy never.
Barancek, wasn't he a kickboxer?
He was something. Something like that.
The second I hear that a world champion boxer was doing taekwondo or kickboxing or some other shit, I'm out of there. You know, you can't be kicking. You got to be punching, boy.
So this is key. Like the first two fights on the main card, like I don't because what I've been I don't know what Jarrell Big Baby Miller. I don't know what Big Baby Miller gonna be like, because
when I see Jarrell Miller on a card like this, he's 40 something, right? He's like in his late 30s or at least in his 40s.
But he may be upset. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he's gonna be upset or his girl left him.
His girl left him.
Yeah, dude, and he ain't take it too well. So he could be.
He's 37, right? I mean, that's not bad for a heavyweight.
I mean, he blew a lot of his career on like just the dumbest shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know who told him that, hey, take this and it's gonna be out your system by the time they become like, what the fuck, bro? You like it would be so much shit in his system. It'd be like, yo, bro.
Yeah.
I'm trying, like, they probably was like, yo, the cup melted. We had to hurry up and get the, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this nigga crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he come back, what does he do? Like, what, he get whooped, then he catch a charge, and he lose again. So I hope he get busy.
Well, the only reason why I know him of his name because of his fuck up with Anthony Joshua fumbling the bag, and that's the only reason why I know him.
He was right there.
Yeah,
he was right there.
Could have beat him. Definitely could have beat him. Then guess what? It's so funny how the butterfly effect works, because they Andy Ruiz hits Eddie Hearn up via DM on Instagram. Let me get the fight. All right, we got this chubby Mexican that we can handle on what, like 3 weeks notice. Let him go on the breakfast. Let Anthony Joshua go on the Breakfast Club, and Charlemagne the God be like, "You're gonna clean this guy's clock. Like, what are you doing fighting this guy? This is are you bullying him?"
Yeah, niggas had no clue. Like, not even me. Niggas had no clue. Like, when niggas went back and looked at it, niggas was like, "Oh nah, like Andy got fast hands. He's good on the inside." And like Anthony Joshua was just like so, I don't want to call him basic, but he's just like so robotic. They're like him fighting like he had that's why the next fight you saw him, he was boxing the hell out of Andy Cruz's ass. And plus Andy was fat as hell because he had made some bread.
Yeah, that's fucked up. His trainer came out and said that he pulled up to training camp like 2 weeks before the fight or something, like some short amount of time. Well, I'll say this. Ruiz impressed me even more when he got up after getting knocked down in that third round, and then came back and knocked Anthony Joshua out. Like that was some shit that I haven't seen in a while. That an underdog win like that might have been the last good underdog win in the last 10 years for me.
I give you that. Yeah, he shot. I'll be real with you. That shit happened during COVID.
No. It's before COVID. This was like 2018, 2019.
Check the date, because I was on the road. And it was
Yeah, we're
nobody.
working at a hospital. Let's see. Andy Ruiz versus Joshua Date.
Might have been before, but I think that shit was like right around when COVID was getting ready to hit.
This is 2019. I'm my guess is my guess. 2019, yeah, June 1st, 2019.
COVID.
And then the rematch was December 7th, the same year.
I remember the first fight. We was on the road coming back doing a delivery job, and I was like, I said, man, the dude asked me, I said, man, Anthony Joshua gonna kill that little fat dude, man. That dude ain't had for like 3 weeks. He ain't shake. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody thought that was a joke, bro. He's fighting triple cheeseburger. What the fuck?
Word. Man, we on the way back. I'm driving. He said, hey, man, Anthony Joshua got knocked out. I said, get the fuck out of here. I almost crashed the goddamn box truck. I said, man, get the fuck out of here, man. Word. He said, man, what's wrong with you? I said, nigga, do you understand what just happened in boxing? He ain't understand. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, Anthony Joshua got
Anthony Joshua was scheduled to fight Jermaine Ortiz. Was Jermaine Ortiz? Sorry, not Jermaine Ortiz. Jarrell Miller.
Yeah.
Was Jarrell Miller the original fight, or were they scheduled to fight someone else?
No, that was the original fight, but I think he popped dirty. I think is what it was.
Yeah, they're supposed to fight years ago, and like they had the big hype up and everything, like press conferences, and then that nigga popped dirty.
Man, the one thing that I noticed, bro, is that with this Teo, bro, Teo's locked in, bro. There's nothing coming out of Teo. There's no social media, no nothing, bro.
That's crazy. Usually
he's not. He's not doing no. I haven't no promo. Nothing like Shakur's doing his little, behind the scene. He ain't
doing all the podcasts and shit.
Nah, bro. Teo is locked in. He's been locked in since November 20th, I think it was, where he shut down everything for a minute. Like, I like that.
I mean,
I like it. I like it. I like it. I hope he has Gary Russell Jr. in his camp.
Whoa, that's the best sparring you can get. That to mimic Shakur,
a lefty who's crafty, bro.
I was watching, what's it called? Jermaine Ortiz is no punk. Jermaine Ortiz fought in the amateurs with all of the best of them. He's a good southpaw that Teofimo fought. What's his name? The English or the Welsh, Scottish guy. Taylor. Another southpaw. Like, these are good, long, big southpaws that Teofimo's beating. You know?
Nobody in the lightweight division, and neither one of them, and maybe even at welterweight, has fought more lefties than Teo. Sandor Martin was a lefty too.
Yeah, Lomachenko, Jermaine Ortiz, Taylor.
But they're different styles. They earlier they were trying to say that, man. Like, look, man, look, they're trying to say that Lomachenko. Bro, on the panel now, they're trying to tell me that Lomachenko's not a pure boxer. I'm like, what? All right, man.
That knockout against Diego Maldonado,
that was vicious, bro.
Vicious. KO of the year.
That was no mercy. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like Teo has had mercy on a couple of these guys lately. He could have stopped Taylor. He could have stopped Barboza. And he didn't. And he didn't step on the gas.
So, just for future reference, like, what stream is the one that flagged me?
Anything with the zone.
Okay.
Anything with the zone, they will flag. I think Top Rank put out. Well, you see right now, but I remember about a year ago they put out. Social media are allowed to use their videos, but I do know for a fact that the zone Oh, and PBC too. They don't play. They don't play. They'll zap you. Even Showbiz, bro. For a minute, even though he was affiliated with them, he had to set it up, and now he's the only guy who can officially show anything from the zone, and he will not get flagged because he's part of the zone now.
That was a buzzkill, man. Like we had a lot of people joining, and then it zaps the stream, and I wonder if it does anything to the algorithm.
No, I wouldn't worry about that.
All right, for sure. Like
I wouldn't worry about that.
So after this is posted, should I take the video down?
Unless it tells you that you're able to edit that part out. Well, you know what? You don't know what part. So you know what? I think Marco was saying that they now tell you what exact part is it that they flag. So you may have to look into it. But don't show anything else. No, yeah, when we're in the studio, okay. They'll let you know what part was it that got flagged, and you could just edit that part out.
For sure.
You know, but don't show anymore, man. It's not worth it. You don't want to fuck up your channel, man.
I know, right? Because like I said, I watched other channels. I'll do some other research. I've watched other channels covered like some mainstream networks, and I wonder which. I think it's the zone that flagged me for sure. Once I put Shiraz and
Berlanga,
yeah, that's when they bought me.
But that's pretty much all she wrote, man. I mean, you're getting up in the morning to watch this fight, then?
Nah, fuck that.
Oh, that's really early for you.
Yeah, it's really early. It's like 4:30 a.m.
Yeah,
I don't get up until like 6. So.
But no, hold on. Isn't that a pay-per-view fight? Yeah, that's a pay-per-view fight. Fuck that. Yeah, I'm not. Then no, never mind me watching that shit.
The Monster versus Picasso walkout times California.
Yeah, it's 7. I think it's 7 or 8 o'clock Eastern, so it'll be like about 4 or 5 o'clock for you.
Oh, 1 a.m. Oh, coverage starts at 1 a.m.
Yeah, exactly.
5 a.m. They say the walkout time's 5 a.m. You know what? Sometimes I've waken up and caught the 6th round of an Inoue fight. So
let me tell you something, bro. There's nothing better for me. I love it when I can wake up in the morning, bro, like that. You know, I just end up waking up. I wake up early anyway. Yeah. And I'm having my coffee, watching some boxing, bro. I'm like, yeah.
4:57 a.m. Fuck.
You know, you get your mind right before you start your day with some coffee, watching a fight, bro. But no, that's all she wrote, man. I don't think there's much else to really. I'm looking here to see what else is there to talk about on Twitter world.
Twitter world.
Yeah, and
well, I'm happy that they have this undercard, man. And
I think it's a great undercard for you beats at home. You know what I mean? It's a great fight. I don't get it's a great, you know, the Keyshawn Davis, and it's a good fight, you know, but for me, it's just that, yo, I'm spending all this money, I'm expecting more.
So what are you doing? You're gonna sell the tickets?
Well, bro, I'm looking at that's what I'm saying. I'm looking at the stuff like resale. I'm seeing them going for over 10,000 each.
Yo, I want to go off on this point here that Turkey's doing the right thing in putting a great undercard. I think this is a great undercard in my opinion. For it being 1 month, only to have 1 month to promote is a disservice, right? Like
totally.
This is a mega card, and you don't even have a press conference.
I don't know if it's a mega card. It's a decent card. It's not mega.
Right. I'm just like, maybe I'm being dramatic because I'm so excited to see a 50-50 matchup. Period. And I'll just that's
right. I could see that.
So
I could see that.
To watch a 50-50 matchup. They don't come.
But I think this is the proof that's showing right here is Turkey's not spending big money on undercard fights anymore. He's gonna focus. He's focusing on the 2 main, and then the undercard. You know what I mean? Because there's not a lot of money involved with the undercard.
So the fight's January 31st, and it's Today's December 26th.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 27 for me.
That's, you have 1 month to promote. How many press conferences can you have?
Well, now I don't. As far as tickets goes, they're gonna sell out. It's just that's a done deal. They're 70% sold out. So it's all you got is the balcony and the top bowl, but everything at the bottom is gone. Everything. So that's gonna sell out. That's gonna sell out once they have their next press conference or something like that. That's gonna sell out. Now, if they want to promote for viewership on TV, well, that's different. That's where they got to then spend money for the. But what I'm hoping, bro, because we're 13 days out from the Matias card. That shit is not selling. I wish that the Fresh Productions would just tell Turkey, man, you want to buy this card off of me, man,
Dude, let Turkey do that. You know what would even be better?
and put it on the undercard.
Yeah, I don't know. You put Subriel and Dalton Smith right at Carlos Adames and Ammo. That third slot, you move them down, and then
no, man, it's a championship fight that goes that becomes a co-main, and then he's a champion. He's a champion, so that becomes the co-main. Then Keyshawn and Virgil and Jermaine Ortiz goes under them. And then you got shoot under him. That tells me.
You know what would make it a mega card for you, bro? Because you know who's fighting the same day?
Yeah, but that ain't happening, bro. That kid is gonna sell out 18,000. That kid is selling 18.5 in the island, man.
No way, he's selling 18,000 tickets over there.
Yeah, bro, it's gonna be at the El Coliseo de San Juan, the biggest stadium in Puerto Rico.
Oh shit!
Yeah, no, bro. The whole island's watching that fight, man.
What?
That's why he didn't want. He's like
boss. I mean, I thought that what's his name was gonna pick a boss up.
Well, the boss is a champion, bro.
Boots was gonna pick up a boss before anybody.
Yeah, well, the Top Ring stepped in and paid the man to unify the belts.
So 18,500 tickets. Man, if they put Xander on this card, that would make it a mega card. Imagine that. Teo Shakur, Xander versus a boss. Subriel versus Dalton Smith. Keyshawn Davis versus Jermaine Ortiz.
The ticket prices would not have sold. Let's say all that would have been. They can't do that now because the tickets are already sold at a price, so they're not going to recoup any more money.
I know that.
But buying the Subriel Matias purse, the entire purse for that fight with Dalton Smith is $1.9 million. So it's under $2 million.
The venues involved, you have caterers, you have contracts that you're signing with the people that are going to put the scaffolding up to fucking contracts and all those types of shit that you're losing out. You have signed shit, so you can't.
So they saved money because Jermaine Ortiz is probably fighting for like $500,000, if that. And then Keisha and you see and so to have Hitchens, it would have cost them maybe like $2.5 million, maybe $3 million.
Mm-hmm.
So they get him off. Now they get Keyshawn Davis to fight for maybe $1 million. And now they made this card cheaper for 1.5 or less.
Fighting for $1 million in a non-title fight, that's a dub.
Yeah, because that's what he got paid. I think for that he was going to get paid for the De Los Santos fight was $1 million. So I don't know if he's still at $1 million or his market went down a little bit, but it's definitely a lot cheaper than having to fight Hitchinson.
Keyshawn Davis fighting for $1 million, dude. Because you're, like I said, you're only, how much out of that $1 million are you really making? Like 500,000. Probably.
After training cap and all that, maybe about 5 or less.
And taxes and all that stuff, and that's only once a year. He hasn't fought in.
Well, he's fighting this. This would be his second fight this. Oh no, he didn't. No, he fought once this year, right? He fought like in February, I think it was, in January.
Keyshawn.
Yeah, he fought this year.
I think it's been over a year.
No, that's why we were all surprised that he missed weight because he just finished fighting at 140.
Did he fight Branchek this year?
Yeah.
That was the name?
Yep, that's what it was. He fought Baranchyk in what, January, February? February 14th is when he fought Baranchyk. And so for him to miss weight, 3 months later, we're like, what the hell, bro? You just made weight for Baranchyk.
And he goes, I know I wasn't gonna make the weight. I knew it all along.
Motherfucker, bro. He's crazy,
That's
man.
all you how to dig yourself into a hole, dude. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like the way he came out today, it just tells me that crazy attitude, that arrogance, that whatever the fuck that he carries, he hasn't corrected that, bro. He thinks he's the shit, and so you also hear it in Chicago. You're catching it. I mean, I don't say anything to that, but I've been hearing you saying it. You caught it too. He thinks he's the shit. Hey, it's because of me. It's because of me, bro. No, they're not, bro. You're gonna find out that they're not gonna be cheering your name in New York City.
Yeah, no, you can't be that cocky.
You know, he's gonna find out that those fans are all gonna be cheering one name. They don't like that shitty style of his, bro. Nobody likes it, man. It doesn't excite anybody. So we'll see, man.
I'm gonna wrap. Yeah, it's about all she wrote today. Thanks for coming on.
Yes, sir, man.
I appreciate you.
All right, man.
I think I might do a couple more streams, so be on the lookout. If you see me jump on, you're always welcome, brother.
Hey, man. As always, man. You have a good one, all right? Peace out.
Peace out, everybody. Thanks for tapping in. If you watched the show, we got a stream sniped. No, we were watching the Shiraz versus Berlanga fight on YouTube, and DAZN pulled it down, and we lost a bunch of our viewers, but we hung on there. HLD and Smoke came in, had a good conversation, getting to learn a lot about the streaming world and knowing what you can show and what you can't show. Like, this Top Rank isn't going to worry that I'm or Mill City Boxing. I wonder what gets flagged and what doesn't. But successful stream nonetheless. Nothing crashed. We had some good boxing conversation. In a couple of hours, David Allen Picasso's taking the belts back to Mexico and becoming the face of boxing, and face of Mexican boxing. So gonna do a little poopsie look around, see what we can find before we end the stream, since we got some viewers now. But I think that's it. Yeah. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Y'all have a good night.